Hi fam, I'm Ava Annie. If it doesn't fit, don't throw a fit and move on with it, cause I ain't having it. Alright. Don't mind me. Before we get started. How beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray. Hey! Sorry, it's so beautiful. Okay. Just wanted you to see my view out my window because it's beautiful. Right, I'm doing a tarot oracle card reading for you and for my whole 12 followers. I hope you enjoy. But I'm here. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. That's all that matters. And I'm just doing what I'm guided, okay? And I guess there are so many aspects in my life that I just follow my guidance, my spirit guides take me to. And there's like a few just little places where I have to focus so hard on what the outcome it should look like, right? And so when it doesn't look like that, it's like your biggest desire, right? You're so focused on what that looks like that it's hard to see what's right in front of you because you are like noticing all the ways in which it is not that, even though that needs to be built upon. So is it built upon the bricks of you? Or do we meet in the middle? I start walking your way, you start walking mine. We meet in the middle, need that old Georgia pie. There ain't no road too long if we meet in the middle. Transformation. Trusting. I know it says trusting your psychic gifts, but trusting where you're being guided to. I did a reading just now, and it was way too personal. I deleted it. It was kind of cool, though. Like, I always want to post them because, like, I'll get, like, the same cards that keep coming out. Like, I got 7, 7, 7, 7. I'm like, okay. Okay. This one wanted to flip around the infinite supply. And on this side, on both ends, we have infinite supply and loving the situation for exactly what it is, no matter what it looks on the outside. Knowing that you will be supplied for all your todays and all your tomorrows. And that is the gift of trusting. Thank you, the divine. Oh, sorry, I was just noticing that bird. Gosh. Ding, ding, ding. All right, it's clicking. I am working on this. So this is like something that if you're here and you are dealing with some aspect of this in your own life, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. But there is movement here. When this clicks into place, right? Why am I yelling all of a sudden? Sorry. Movement. That is the birth, the rebirth. That is the ending of the old cycle into the new, because not so much ending the old cycle. I feel like I'm just regurgitating that title. It's the same thing. It's just, it's like the old way of thinking, the old way of seeing things, the old way of interpreting, right? The web that's been woven. Well, you're creating a new web. You have to create a new web. All right? Because sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. The web, something about wealth, a disruption, and focusing on a disruption. Is this where your focus is or where you need it to be? What's going on here? What's going on in the present? Communication. And what communication with medicine woman. You are a channel with medicine woman and the waters, the healing, the emotions. This is a communicative. All right, so this is a healing for your emotional bodies in communication. And you are being guided. What is going on with your wealth? Because you're so focused on the disruption. Forgiveness. Oy vey. I think if a forgiveness happens here in regards to something to do with wealth and disruption. This is going to aid in this process, this letting go process of being able to stand in this new web, or because the ego, and you have to have this trust that I talked about when ego is here. Ego is here because there's some seriously strong emotions coming up, and don't be like, oh, the ego is bad. No. To me, my emotions help me with my intuitive guidance, because when something is happening with my ego and I'm feeling fear, or I'm getting triggered, or I'm whatever, I know that there's something I need to look at, and it's like guiding me to look at it, and it's like that tough love, you know. And does there need to be judgment there? No, not really, because we've already moved past that. We've already gained some self-love. We've already found some compassion for ourselves. So now we can look at it without that shame and that, like, you know, like we can say, yeah, there's a reason why that this is present. There's a reason why I'm defensive. There's a reason why I feel afraid. There's a reason why this makes me feel that way. There's a reason why I'm interpreting it this way. There's a reason why my nervous system is telling me, danger, danger. Does that mean it's real? Realize, 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 right? And so it's letting me know. But the only way to do that is to trust in this new. To trust that that's not where we are anymore. Now this is a slippery slope, because some of you might actually be in a not safe situation. Therefore, you need to trust in your own self, your own psychic gifts, your own discernment, your own guidance, right? To know if. But the thing is it gets tricky once you move past that and you are in a safe place. It still feels like it's not. And if your mind and your neural pathways are so embedded there, it's like every time that happens, something that's similar, it's triggering it, and now your body is reacting as if it's the same thing. It doesn't know any different because it's just, that's the pathway. So we're having to rewire that new pathway. That's the spider. Rewebbing. We're rewebbing. We're mapping out our minds, okay? So, anyway, but there's a divine healing power here. Look at this divine healing power with the infinite supply and the high priestess with all this emotion. This is a sacred emotion, and it requires a softness and unconditional love of no matter what the outward appearance is, right? Of trusting, of forgiveness, and maybe things aren't as what they appeared, because here's the butterfly. We're out of the cocoon now. We're out of the cocoon, but there's still these heavy emotions and this waters again. And so your focus needs to be on what we've learned from this healing and this newness that we're coming into, creating the new conditions, not focused on what it is the old ones keep telling us, but creating the new conditions. Therefore, every time that happens, you tell yourself, F that, I'm not letting you win this time. I'm gonna change my perspective, and once I change my mind, well, the high priestess is here again. I know. Prophecy, vision, discernment, truth. I know the truth. I know the truth because I can feel it. I know the truth because I can feel that shit. So there are some battle wounds. All right. Next. What's going on, fam? It's heavy though. It's heavy. It's really heavy. And sometimes people think, oh, it's so easy to just change your perspective, change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. And yes, that's true, but they don't tell you about the heaviness, because it requires healing. It requires shedding an old skin. It requires letting go of some serious stuff. Endings. More transformation. Becoming something completely different. As if that were so easy. Right? Forgiveness. That's a lot. It's a lot. So yes, you can. But it is, I do believe it requires quite a large amount of this to be able to look at it, to conquer it, to heal it, to recreate it, to make a decision, to go down the different path. Truth. The sword of truth. 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 You know it. But here's the thing. You're not seeing it on the outside. You're not seeing the situation for the truth. You're not seeing it. You're like, you know the truth in here, but you're not seeing it, so it's not registering as truth. You're like, that's not what this is, but you're the one that has to walk that path in order to see it. It's like, it's in front of you, but your decision again, the Lovers and the Decision. This is a beautiful energy to be in. Holy High Priestess again. This is going within. This is your subconscious. These are old patterns, old thoughts. I mean, if you are not being guided at this time, you're probably at the wrong video, because High Priestess, High Priestess, High Priestess. I don't know what else to tell you. Should I get another deck and see if it comes out again? I kind of want to. What's in this deck? Let's see. Y'all. Healer. The Healer. You're healing yourself. You're healing yourself. Divine is healing you. You're a channel for this healing process. You are a channel for this. It is being supplied. But it's you. But you're the channel. Does that make sense? Right? Okay. It's you and the divine. Where's that other? Yeah. Boom. Healer. Healer, healer, healer. Healer, 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 healer. It says witch, but you know what? Call us what you will. I don't know. Everyone has a different thing. Some people think being a witch means doing all these spells and like, bring love to me. Oh yeah, go against someone's free will and just like force their hand and then not think that karma will bite you in the buttocks. No, thank you. I'll focus on myself. If you're focused on doing magic on someone else, that's like gossipers. It's like all those people that are like about everyone else as if they know nothing more than just a smidget of a viewpoint. As if they know that person. Like whatever. The conditions that they were in. Their journey. Their truth. Anything beyond what they are projecting, right? So, yeah, gossipers and their, and those witches who are doing spells on it for others, like, I mean, yeah, maybe a spell for, like, protection or something, but that's for yourself. Or if it's towards, like, a loving, like, protect, you know, I guess someone else, that's fine too, but, like, when you're focused outside of yourself, well, anyway, back to my whole point. A true healer or witch, I mean, I don't even like that title anymore because everyone's messed around with it. But I do like healer. Is they're healing themselves. They're working with the divine, and the divine is working with them, and that is all. They're working on their internal world. They're healing from within. They're working on their body. They're working on their mind. They're working on their soul. They're working on their emotional body. I mean, this is that is all you can control anyways. That is all that you can have any ideas at all about. Don't purport to think that you know someone else or point out their struggles as if you don't struggle on your own, struggle yourself. Oh, Yeah, I had some words for you on my poem. Sorry, I'm projecting a little bit of. I'm so tired of people sometimes. But anyway, hold on. Someone the other day was asking me something about talking to someone. They're like, "Do you know him? Like, what is he asking?" It's like, it's very intrusive. I'm not even in your circle. Why are you asking me this? So you can go gossip? No. Anyway, it's ridiculous. As if you guys think, if you're listening to someone's ideas about someone else, truth is, half of it is their own projections, and they don't understand even what that person's internal world was or their perspective of the situation. And did you even think to ask before you made your judgments and your assumptions? All right? My loyalties are changing. I can see through the veil. I accept I'm eccentric, a mere projection of the truth. And now I question, am I a mirror too? Snip, snip to all my attachments. They tried to tell me I wasn't worthy, but that's not my story. And there is more than a projection. That I didn't play along with your mechanical role, watery eyes, black felt lies, and I have a bigger journey, and I plan for your betrayals, me and the divine. I'm following the signs. I trust that which is inside. I beat to my own drum. I'm a conundrum. Your gossiping and your denial is more than your projection of the wild, and I didn't play along. As I face my demons playing through you, looking for a life where my worlds are meaningful to those around me, no more helping a sinking ship as you blame me with your lies, following my intuition without others' judgments and ideas of what I should or shouldn't be or do. I'm just remembering who I am without my fear built over the years. My loyalties are changing. I can see through the veil. Blah, blah. I started with the wrong side. Sorry. Anyway, that's not even what I wanted to read, but it fits too. What was I going to say? Well, that's basically about it. These walls, 'cause you're canceling me for something that I just ain't. Projecting yourself. Your self-righteousness became the devil that you just claimed to be against. Look around you, because maybe you're a mirror too. So much pain from how it felt the first time they took it upon themselves. When they turned you into the villain, they manifested my fear again, and I'm not a victim. They were themselves. I don't have to fit your role, your mold. Just because you don't understand, I can only imagine what it will feel like when you realize you only hated yourself as you became the person you hurt the most, who hurt you the most, and you can only see others as they see as you. You can only see others as their true self if you clear up what's in the subconscious. Just look to what you cancel and fear the most. The world will be cruel to you. You gotta focus on yourself, because they even crucified Jesus too. You deny their existence and subsequently, existentially, inherently, as if you know or understand their personal suffering, but you're suffering yourself. When it's just a feeling, let it pass. Don't let your judgments last. Maybe in that darkness we can find our truth behind this protective mask. Truth about beauty of who we are. The fear we've masked ourselves with, an attempt to protect ourselves from the very thing we protect ourselves, and perpetrate this cycle of staring at the sun. Because can you handle the karma? Once you realize the bridges you've burned. So we may heal ourselves and love ourselves, so we can now project that love onto others instead, and demanding it with conditions, relying to fill our position, insecurities of the self. What a journey, finding value no matter if you had to give it to yourself first. We're all on the same boat. Don't let my pain become a sword or a scapegoat. We're all reacting from a pain you've hidden, and try to save yourself. Because when I look at another, I can see myself in a million different realities. A million different realities. I hope we can all see a reflection of love and compassion and truth, no matter how bad that hurts. From a place of love, I see you, and now I see me too. But I am always evolving and learning as the layers of generations pass and fold before me a greater understanding. But I am still in this body. As I experience, as if I am still there myself. My nerves, honey, give me a minute, please. I'm sorry you bumped your elbow. You see that? Sometimes we need a little validation. I know, we're human too. Yes? And I know that in me, so I understand that in you. But if only we could reach the possibility it was just a misunderstanding, and maybe if you knew what you were doing and it was a choice. My nervous system can sometimes overtake. From sitting in the darkest of places, I can see past the illusion of your faces, and you will want to attack and protect your vulnerable places, ultimately rejecting the timing you want most. Show yourself. I'm scared too. We trick ourselves because our beliefs come to manifest themselves from a place we've hidden, the rejected parts of ourselves we've deemed to be demons where love is needed the most. Contrasting reality that we are the same, existing in the same plane, duality. I'm understanding you more and more as I develop my spirituality and connecting to the unseen, realizing it is within me as two sides exist at the same time. The same thing, but just another side, the same coin. Too much of being on one side is painful, as this balance is required, integrating all the parts of thee for harmony. Because your self-identity dictates your reality, and the person you thought you were is who you forgot to become. When words lose meaning, when you're lost but aware, this thick black cloud is too heavy to bear. I held it all in, self-sacrificing, and they even turned on me, and I am humbled again. Because we can only see as far as we're willing to see in ourselves. Go in there and grab that child still sitting in there, and then imagine the loveliest of places here she can go. And one by one, and you'll welcome them home and drop the bag of bricks and sit in the present moment when you are safe to do so. And you are not your thoughts, you are not your shadow, but all from the fragmented parts in many layers, maybe? I don't know. Where is the origin of this evil? When we mimic to learn identity confusion of who and what we are we closer to heaven or closer to hell? But they just didn't know how to love you, and at the same time, as the same trap we have now found, the very children who needed help grow up in this confusion as love was never shown, and their soul trapped after they laid down. The pendulum swings back again, and you attack that which was never held, still under this powerful spell, somewhere between shame and fear. You have to be brave, child. You have to choose yourself. I just kept reading. I'm sorry. Anyways, that is Ava Annie Dean, healer, channeler, high priestess, unconditional love, the lover. Blah, blah, blah. Next. Sorry. Got these cards I want to play with. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that helped guide you. And I can't wait to share that with you in music form. I have found a way to rap those parts even. It's quite fun. What else do you want to say, Spirit, to my fam? The 3 and the 4. Progression. 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands. Here we are. We've already made the decision, right? The 2. We've already made the decision. Now we're walking down that path. There's the 3 Wands here. The ship's coming in, or you going towards them. But there's a plan. And this comes from a place of, again, this is the emotions, the 4 of Cups. There is some grief here. There's some sadness, heaviness, whatever that is for you. Okay? Your ego is going to try and protect you. But remember, if that's not where you're at right now, in the present moment, then maybe that reaction is a reflection. And it's built upon the bricks of you. Do we stand behind this wall? 7 of Swords. Do we run and grab as many swords as we can and try to escape this hell? Do we run? Do we keep running? Is it still there? Five of Cups, yes. Too sad, too heavy to bear. This grief, this despair. This coldness now. But there's discernment there. King of Swords. We're holding on. Keep holding on. 'Cause you know I'll make it through. I'll make it through. Six of Cups. That's a beautiful nostalgia. Memories beyond, I'm hearing. Tell me about this. Six of Cups. That is your foundation. You've made it back home. Within you. Ten of Pentacles. That is your coming out of the cold. From the Five of Pentacles. Of lack. Of lack. To abundance. From the Five out in the cold to everything overflow. That is the truth. From within you. Woo! Dang, easier said than done, right? We got this. We got this, fam. We got this. Why? Because that is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the first building block to your 10. We're not going to worry about whether that 10 is here right now or not. We're going to put the first one down. Okay? Nine of Swords. The worry, the anxiety, the fear, the wounded ego. That inner child of yours can't see this truth right now because it's holding on to an old story and an emotion that requires forgiveness, even for yourself, for holding on to it maybe in this moment. Two of Swords, because there's a blindness. There's a blindness. You can't be hard on yourself for not being able to see it until you can see it. Not being able to see it until you can see it. It requires a process. That's going to take some unconditional love. That's going to take some, every time it happens, you're not going to shame yourself. You're going to try to choose a new perspective, and it's going to get stronger, stronger, stronger until you build up that 10 and you realize you're not in that lack anymore. You're not going to choose those worried thoughts because is that the truth or is that a worried thought, right? Now we have the Two of Cups. That's a come together right now over me. That is a meeting in the middle. That is a relationship of any kind. Romantic, platonic, doesn't matter. It's relationships in your life. How are they doing? Well, they will improve once your internal improves, right? Speak for yourself, Annie. Having to choose you. But also, we got a King of Cups here, and that is very loving. With a home, Four of Wands, that's happy home, happy life, happy wife. Just kidding. The Five of Wands. This is a sparring back and forth. There's a sparring that's happening back and forth. It's kind of a bit of a conflict, but it's not like the Five of Swords conflict. It's more of like it's a healthier conflict. Yes? Coming from a much healthier place. I like that. I really do. Actually. Yes, that is a cup of love offered. Romance. Okay, this is about romance, so this is about relationship. And seeing that this back and forth sparring is not the same thing as it once was in the past. Unless you make it and take it to that place, I guess. But it's requiring a meeting in the middle. It's like perspectives, right? You're seeing through a projection of an old story, of an old movie we're playing. Once you make a decision to change that perspective, it's like the colored glasses are off, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm seeing it completely different now. Wow. There's a King of Pentacles. He is solid and has everything he needs around him, but he's looking around like he could use something more. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Something wanted to flip, but it didn't. What are you looking for, Mr. King? Also, it's funny because these are both sitting here. What are you looking for? 10 of Wands. That's burdens. Are you looking for the burdens, or are you looking to drop them? You're looking for the burdens. This feels like a strategy. Hold on. Are you a fixer? 10 of Swords. That's an ending. Ending the burdens. Working. Ending the burdens and putting work into the Queen of Hearts, because that's a nice little pair there. Under the Two of Cups. Aww. Advice for someone like me in this situation. What's your advice? I need another deck. Hopefully, you're still here with me. Lovelies. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really, really do. And if you did like it, please like and subscribe and follow me, because I have like merely 12 followers. I'm never gonna let that go. Glad you're here. Spend the day with God. That is the advice. Prayer, silence. Imagine your entire world is a chapel, and every inch of your life is filled with grace and the presence of the divine. Visualize yourself in the company of heaven every minute of every day. Therefore, when this happens, or you get triggered in the situation that you're feeling stuck in, focus on channeling that divine presence in that moment and use it to guide you. Accepting life's challenge. Accepting the challenge as it is being guided to help you. Reflecting on the things that you've been called to endure during this lifetime. Helping you to grow spiritually and examine those challenges and making peace with them. So with this, I leave you. Also assess your relationships was under here. An important thing for your healing. It's vital for your emotional and physical health. Identifying a component of those relationships. Okay, hold on. I read that backwards. Okay, if your relationship is a healthy union, then celebrate. So your goal is to integrate your relationship into the quality of your life. To examine a component of the relationship that is vital for your emotional and physical health. And that's important if you're healing and a particular relationship is causing you stress. So that's kind of focusing more on one of the positive things, that it is abundant. You're focusing on the abundance of the nourishment of it. You're focusing on that part of it, right? What is that is vital? Being mindful of the conflict. So, describing the nature of that struggle, but without assigning blame. Describing the nature of the struggle without assigning blame. Only describing your own issues. This I will try. Being mindful and remaining in conflict is a choice. Okay. That was good advice. I will take it. Okay. Well, I don't know why, but I want to get a word out of this. I used to have more and I lost them, and I'm like stuck with like a limited. Gorilla is hungry. Gorilla and hungry. That reminds me, why do the gorillas do this? Sometimes if your nervous system is, not imbalanced, you need to create that stabilization before you can attempt this process, this next part of it, because I'm being guided to the tapping, EMF tapping. It's going to help calm right here. That's why the gorillas do it. It's calming, it's rebalancing right here too, and right under your ribs. So, you can even go right here. I like to start right here next to my eyes, underneath the eyes. But this part feels really good right here. Oh, okay. Have a wonderful day. I love you, fam. Bye.